what made you choose AI compilers instead of choosing just compilers?
And I think I took the right call because now
What is MLIR?
MLIR provided a multiple level of abstraction.
The evolution of AI compilers. What are the steps that has happened?
So you can write a code in C++, you can write a code in Python, Java.
Can you give a roadmap for a student to get a job in AI compilers? So without having masters.
You have to be good at two things. One is AI and the other one is
How your life has changed because of IISC.
I am not an engineer by choice. I am an engineer.
Hi everyone. So you know that there are 4 areas in computer science. One is theory, other is systems, intelligent systems and applications, right? Now not recently, 15 years, maybe 15 years back, a new intersection has born. So that is called AI compilers, which means compilers which are optimized to run ML models. Okay. And this area no one knows about because it is a very niche area and there are no experts in this area. Very less people are experts in it. But if you can learn this, which means you have to learn AI and you have to learn compilers and you have to build compilers which will be optimized for AI. If you can do this, there are hell a lot of opportunities. In fact, even remote jobs are available from foreign companies because they can't find people working in this area. It is a very niche sector. It comes under systems only basically, but you have to learn AI also, right? So today we have with us Vivek. So Vivek has done his masters from IISC Bangalore. He was my 2019 student, and then after that he went on to learn this. In his masters itself, he learned AI compilers, and then he joined. What was the company he joined first?
Qualcomm.
He joined Qualcomm, and then he joined a startup. What is the startup name?
Node.ai.
Node.ai, and then Node.ai got acquired by AMD. Now he is working for AMD full time, but it is a remote job. He doesn't go to office because see, whenever there is a lot of demand for a profession, you can demand a lot, right? So what happened is that he is now working for AMD under his own terms, and he earns around 1.5 crore as salary. It is a remote job, right? So sometimes he goes to office but it is very less time, right? So maybe 1 week for every 3 months he goes to office, but other than that he's having a gala time. Okay, so let's hear from him. What is AI compiler? When did it start? Where it is? How students can start now? Everything we will listen from him. Okay, so hi Vivek, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, sir, for asking me to share my experiences. I started working on this AI compilers thing during my master's in IISC. So at that time, it was quite a new domain as far as India is concerned, because usually we start adopting technologies a little bit late. So, but my MTech advisor in IISc, as we know, we have to select a MTech thesis advisor under which we have to do a project to get our degree. So he was one of the key members in that framework which I started working on, and that is how my interest started in that area. And I would say that this journey has also been kind of slightly unplanned, because my original plan in IISc was to work in the area of cryptography. So actually, I still
So
remember.
Venumadhavan sir.
No, there was a Chakrabarti sir.
Okay.
Yeah, so actually, I still remember that on the last day of my first semester, before I was going my home for vacation, I visited his cabin and I told him, "Sir, I am really interested in this cryptography area, and I want you to be my MTech thesis advisor." And he said, "Oh, actually, I'm going on a 1 year sabbatical, so I won't be that much available. So I would suggest that if you still want to do in cryptography, then do it under some other prof." But there were two other professors who are working in the area of cryptography, but actually it didn't work out, and that is how I chose this AI compiler thing, or the compiler thing, to do my MTech thesis, and that is how I kind of landed in that space. So it is that way.
For compiler, generally students go with YNS sir, right? YN Srikanth sir. but you didn't go with the normal compilers with the awareness regard. You have chosen AI compilers directly. What made you choose AI compilers instead of choosing just compilers?
The compilers course in the second semester.
From Vayans Recon, sir?
No, so actually it was taught by my advisor, Professor Uday Reddy.
Oh, Vayans Recon, sir is not doing it now?
No, he was teaching the advanced compilers.
Ah, okay.
So
my professor was YNS.
okay.
I do work in compilers,
Okay.
so I can understand what you're saying easily.
So that way we shared that thing as well. So
Yeah.
Vayan Shrikant sir's course was offered in odd semester. So I could have taken it in first.
That
or
is the
in third.
most difficult course in IISC. Compilers is the most difficult course.
Yeah.
I took it and I got S grade. That is outstanding in thesis in compilers. So that would be that is a great achievement that I can proudly brag about.
Yeah, definitely.
No one generally takes compilers at IISC. I took the compilers and I did my thesis under him.
Not even IISC, even during the GATE exam preparation, people don't take compiler seriously. They would say, "Ek do number ka aega, let's leave it, or let's not worry much about that."
Yeah, that's true.
So when I took compiler, so I remember from the entire MTech batch of mine, I was the only person who
took compilers.
yeah, who took the compilers, who selected that area for the MTech thesis. And I think I took the right call, because now when I look back, so it seems
the
that
dots are connecting now.
yeah, dots are connecting, definitely.
Tell me right from beginning the evolution of AI compilers. What are the steps that has happened?
So actually, if we just go a little bit back from AI compilers, let's say about the basic compilers. So actually what happens is, we know there are a lot of high level programming languages, or let's say we can call it a front end. So you can write a code in C++, you can write a code in Python, Java, and there are a plenty of such languages and frameworks where you can write your code. Now when you have to run that code, you have to run it on some hardware, and you have a lot of hardware architecture. So broadly you can divide it into CPU, GPU, TPU. Even within CPU there are different kind of architectures, within GPU there are different kind of architecture. So earlier what used to happen is, let's say you have this m number of front ends, number of high level languages where you write your code, and you want to run it on n different hardwares, let's call it n different backends. Then you have to write one compiler for each combination of a front end and a backend, and that way you have to write m cross n compilers. So that is not a scalable approach, because any new language which will come into the market, you have to write n different compilers, and when any new hardware comes, you have to write m new front ends. So that is where this LLVM come into play. And so it was started, I think, 25 years back as a college project, and then it changed the whole area. So what happened is that you have m front ends, you have n back ends. Now there is a common shared space between them, and that is being used to write the compilers. And that way what you would do is, so we have this LLVM thing, LLVM IR. So what we will do is, from all the front ends, we will have a framework that will lower to this LLVM IR thing. Now there we can do everything that we want, and for that from that LLVM IR we can generate the executable.
So it is similar to JVM.
Yeah, in some sense.
Okay, so what is LLVM full form?
So LLVM,
low level virtual machine, right?
So LLVM's full form was low level virtual machine initially, but then the LLVM is recognized as an umbrella project, and now it is only a brand name. So LLVM now doesn't refer to anything which is actually there. So it has nothing to do with this low level virtual machines. And actually so it is just a project, and it is being marketed as LLVM, but under the LLVM there are a lot of different compiler infrastructure components which are being placed in the under that umbrella, and which are now being used to write compilers, and that is the thing. So it has nothing to do with the traditional virtual machines that we hear now. Yeah.
So can you give a roadmap for a student to get a job in AI compilers? So without having masters, let us say and they want to do it on their own, learn on their own, what are the resources that you suggest that they should learn from?
So, if you want to get into the area of AI compilers or machine learning compilers, so I think you have to be good at two things. One is AI, and the other one is compilers. Although the knowledge of AI is not required that much as it is required to be in the data science area, but still you should know the basics of MLAI, and you should be good at the compilers and some other. Also at the computer architecture, because ultimately it is the systems area. So if you want to start in that area, then what I would suggest is just you have to choose one framework, one of the area in the ML compilers, because nowadays a lot of companies are working in this area. They are using different infrastructure, they have different compilers. So let's say what we are working on is we mostly use this MLIR compiler infrastructure, so our stack is completely based on that, and MLIR is now widely used, and I think almost
What is MLIR?
so MLIR is again, as I talked about this LLVM-IR. So MLIR is an improvement over the LLVM-IR. So MLIR stands for multi-level intermediate representation. So it is a hybrid IR. So what was the drawback with LLVM is addressed by MLIR. So in LLVM, what used to happen is you have a front end, you lower to LLVM IR, then you do all the optimizations, and then you lower to backend. But the issue was we weren't able to do all the optimizations that we wanted to do, and specific to the machine learning models that we wanted to address, like we want them to be efficient and all those things were there. So MLIR addressed all those drawbacks, and MLIR provided a multiple level of abstraction. So let's say you have a machine learning model written in PyTorch. So now from the PyTorch, you would lower to the MLIR. Now within MLIR, there are different levels of abstraction. So let's say if we take an example of the matrix multiplication. So let's say you have a matrix multiplication written in PyTorch somewhere. Now you lower it to the MLIR. Within MLIR, there is a concept of dialect. So dialect is just a logical grouping of different operations. So there is a lineage dialect, which is for linear algebra operations. So from this PyTorch matmul, you lower it to or map it to the lineage matmul. Now you have different levels of abstraction, and what you can do is you can do specific optimization. So let's say you want to do the loop optimization. So there is a dialect.
So something like loop unrolling you do it.
Yeah, loop unrolling, loop tiling, loop interchanging, all that parallelism thing. So that you can do at affine dialect. Let's say you want to add some vector instructions, you want to do vectorization. So there is a vector dialect. You want to do something specific to tensor, so there is a tensor dialect. If you want to do something related to arithmetics or let's say control flow, then there is a arith dialect, CF dialect. So that is the different levels of abstraction which MLIR provides you. In the end, from MLIR as well, you lower to LLVM. So what happens is, so there were this whole compiler thing and LLVM was being used. So now what happens is, from your front end, you are just creating a framework to lower to MLIR, and you are using this entire MLIR infrastructure. And from there, you are again lowering back to LLVM. And then you don't need to worry about the backend because that support was already there. So
because
this is
of LLVM.
Yeah, because of the LLVM.
Tell me about how your life has changed because of IISC.
Honestly, I think it has changed a lot, and the one thing that definitely changed is the point of view, is how we look at the things, how we look at things in our personal life, in our professional life. Because I come from a tier 3 college, and there,
let me add a point here. Guys, Vivek's family has a grocery shop, and he used to go there and manage the grocery shop, and this transition is amazing, from a grocery shop vendor to a AI compiler designer, right? So this is really amazing journey. That is how life is. We don't know how it changes, where it changes, when it changes, but then change is constant. It will definitely change, right? So but then see, what I have seen is one thing that I want to share with students is, guys, intelligence doesn't matter. I have seen geniuses who are not doing well in life, and I have seen below average people who are doing terrific in life. I am a below average person, if you ask me. So what actually is important is the hunger. If you have the hunger to change your life, then definitely it will change. Only thing that matters is hunger. How hungry you are to change your life. And Vivek, I have seen, has lot of hunger. I have been seeing him for the past many years, and I have interacted with him personally too. So what I observed is Vivek is, I can tell you, not a genius, I can tell you. But then what he has achieved is what not a genius can achieve. He has lot of hunger even now, right? So I think this is just the beginning of his career, and his plans are to start a company of his own, so a startup, and build it. So I hope that he will be able to do that. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for your humble words. So, I would definitely say that I have also been an average student. Even I say this in many of my seminars to students that I am not an engineer by choice. I am an engineer by circumstances.
Accident.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Accidental engineer.
not exactly accidental, because I didn't have any other choice. So so I should tell you that my school was also kind of very much average type, so people in my city don't even know my school name. So now when I interact with people, so when they ask like which school have you been from, and when I tell them that I have been from this school, so they don't know even about my school. So after 10th, we have to choose either from maths or bio or commerce. We have to choose one stream. So my school offered only two streams, maths or bio. And in most of my career, I didn't know what I want to do, but I knew what I don't want to do. So it has been selection by elimination. So that is how I eliminated all the choices that I don't want to opt for, and then the remaining one I have to opt for. So I knew that I don't want to go in this bio and medical field. So the only option was maths. So I took the maths, and people won't believe that in the 11th class I didn't even know that you have to write the JEE exam to get an admission into engineering college. Forget about the IITs or NITs. I didn't even know that I have to give this JEE exam. It was just a friend of mine went to Kota in 11th, and when he returned back in 12th, so he said that have you filled this form? I said no, I didn't. So he said you have to fill it to get into an engineering college. I filled that form, and then I appeared for JEE, but I failed since I was a state board student and I didn't even prepare for the JEE. So that has been the life, and definitely I'm very hungry, and I'm ambitious, and I think that people think that people are born intelligent. I don't think anything like that exists. I think it's just that in any phase of your life, when you decide to put in a lot of efforts, put a lot of hard work for your career, then you would definitely grow. So I would like to say that. Yeah.
See, an average student, because I have interacted with him, that is why I'm saying that he's an average student, but a very hard worker, and he has a lot of hunger. And now his salary is 1.5 crores. I don't think that any of his batchmates might be earning 1.5 crores so early. See, you can reach that phase, but then reaching it so early is near to impossible. But especially, it is. I'm not talking about American companies paying in dollars. I'm talking about Indian companies paying in rupees, and they are paying 1.5 crore to him. So he is really an inspiration to all of us. I will keep bringing him to the podcast again and again. So thank you so much, Vivek.
Thank you so much, sir, for having me in this podcast. And I'm happy that I got a chance to share my journey. And I hope the students or the people who have graduated and is struggling in their career, they would definitely get some inspiration from this, and they would get this extra push to do good in their career. Yeah. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Hi. If you want to take my GATE classes, we go to the website ravindrababuravula.in, and you are going to see all my GATE classes available there. Okay. So coming to the classes, they are all recorded. Why am I doing recorded? Why am I not doing live classes? Is I have thousands of students registering for my courses every year, But then if I conduct a live class, only 20 or 30 people will be there. 20 or 30, that's it. Maximum is 40 I had. The reason is live classes are little bit wasting your time. See, you cannot watch a live class at 2x speed. You have to watch at the pace at which I teach. Generally, I will be very, very slow while teaching. So if you can go through the live classes, you can watch them at 2x speed and you can complete the syllabus very fast. 400 plus hours content is there for GATE. And if you are going to watch them at normal pace, it will take 400 hours. But if you watch it at 2x speed, it will take just 200 hours, right? So if you want any of my GATE classes, GATE Computer Science or GATE DA, the price is just 10,000 rupees. It is very, very reasonable for the kind of quality we provide. We have test series, we have doubt sessions, we have videos, we have lecture notes for everything. Even you don't have to write any lecture notes. I will provide you lecture notes for every subject. You just have to sit back, watch the videos at 2x speed and revise the notes. Short notes will be provided, long notes will be provided, formulas will be written in the separate notes. Everything will be there provided to you. You don't have to work hard. And coming to, if you are planning to go abroad, we also have study abroad program. You can go through my number. My number is on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is in the website. If you are planning to do masters abroad, that is a very good choice. It is better than doing masters in India. So if you are planning to go abroad, we will help you out right from taking the passport to getting the visa, US visa, right? So we will help you out in the entire process. Okay. So do visit the website, see what is happening there. Even DSA course is there for 5,000 rupees, which is both in Python and C++. Okay. So thank you so much.